Hi, my name is Alexia, and today I'll be proposing my Symposium 5 speech. There were more mass shootings in the year of 2019 than there were days. The total of 417 mass shootings includes several high-profile mass casualty attacks, some of which happened within 24 hours of each other. 475 deaths out of 441 incidences. The legality and lethality of semi-automatic assault-style weapons has been a topic of debate before. But in the wake of the Boulder shooting, calls are once again growing for a federal ban on these guns. These weapons of war have no place in civilian hands. We must demand our senators co-sponsor and support legislation to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. In this speech, I will talk about how semi-automatic and automatic weapons being accessible to the public can increase the death rate of mass shootings and mass shootings themselves, why some say the ban on these weapons won't keep us safe, and how banning these guns has proven to lower death by firearm, and what we can do to continue this growth. Allowing semi-automatic and automatic weapons to be accessible to the public can increase mass shooting death rates. On August 12, 2019, AmericanProgress.org wrote, "These weapons are designed to fire bullets at a higher velocity than handguns, increasing the lethality of shootings perpetuated from them. An analysis of mass shootings committed from 2009 to 2018 found that when assault weapons were used, 6 times more people were shot compared to those incidents in which other firearms were used." EveryTownForGunSafety.org wrote in 2021, "Assault weapons and high-capacity magazines are frequently used in the violence that plagues our nation. Of all mass shooting incidences between 2009 and 2018, assault weapons accounted for 32% of deaths and 82% of non-fatal injuries." On August 6, 2019, NBC News wrote, "Once again, lone gunmen armed with legally purchased military-style assault weapons were able to quickly kill unarmed civilians in 2 mass shootings the past weekend. The fact that the Daytona shooter was killed within 30 seconds of firing his first shot, he was still able to kill 9 people within that short period of time, is astounding. By allowing the general public access to these automatic and semi-automatic weapons, we are allowing the death rate of shootings to dramatically increase. There have been bills passed in the past to stop the sale of guns, but many have failed, and that's why many Americans, see no use in banning the access to these weapons. Some say the ban on these weapons won't keep us safe. LA Times writes in December 11, 2015, "Lawmakers have instead focused on the cosmetics of these weapons. The federal ban applied to all semi-automatic rifles with detachable magazines and 2 or more military-style features like flash suppressors and bayonet attachments. California law tightens the rules a bit. Even one of the military-style attachments is prohibited. But gun makers have been able to easily skirt these laws. They just sell the semi-automatic rifle with the same lethality, but without the military-style attachments and features. Little wonder, then, that in 2004, a study commissioned by the Department of Justice found that the federal ban didn't lead to any decrease in gun crime or gun deaths." On April 10, 2021, NPR writes, "Part of the problem then, and now, is the difficulty of formally defining what exactly constitutes an assault weapon. The 1994 bill relied on banning firearms by name and certain characteristics, largely ignoring function and how easily certain guns can be customized. These loopholes allowed for manufacturers and hobbyists alike to retrofit firearms with modifications that allowed the guns largely indistinguishable in function from their prohibited counterparts. Many people say that the ban hasn't worked before, and that even if we do ban the sale of these guns, people will still find a way to access them and mass shootings will still occur. However, many studies show that prohibiting these types of weapons will dramatically decrease the death toll. Banning these guns has proven to lower death rates by firearm, and there are many ways that we continue to add to this growth. On August 12, 2019, AmericanProgress.org wrote that in 2004, the U.S. Department of Justice found that following the implementation of the ban, a number of cities and jurisdictions reported declines in the number of assault weapons recovered from crime scenes. These declines ranged from 17% to 74%. American Progress also wrote, in the same article, research from Stanford University reviewed U.S. mass shootings over the past 35 years. The analysis found that the decade in which the federal assault weapons ban was in effect was linked to a 25% decrease in mass shootings and a 40% decrease in mass shooting deaths. Additionally, the research found in the decade after this ban expired, mass shooting deaths increased by 347%. Time and time again, assault weapons are used in the deadliest mass shootings in America. They're uniquely lethal, allowing the most murders in the shortest amount of time. In the shootings in which assault weapons or high-capacity magazines are used, 155% more people were shot, and 47% more people were killed compared to those without them. These weapons of war have no place in civilian hands. We need to demand that our senators co-sponsor and support legislation to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. In this speech, I discussed how allowing semi-automatic and automatic weapons to be accessible to the public can increase mass shooting rates and the death rates of mass shootings, why some say that the ban on these weapons won't keep us safe, and how banning the guns has proven to lower death rates by firearm, and how we can continue this growth. The legality and lethality of semi-automatic assault-style weapons has been a topic of debate before. But, in the wake of all these mass shootings, there is a continual outpour of support for the ban on these weapons. We need to demand our senators co-sponsor and support legislation bans on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. During my senior year of high school, there were more mass shootings than days in a year. Within 46 of the 52 weeks in a year, there had been 45 school shootings. This needs to stop.